I've had a question from YouTube asking me if I know why that Greece is being so passive. Well, I thought about it. I wasn't thinking about it before because as me sitting here as Macedonia, Greece is not actually passive. They're pounding my, as you can see, I'm getting my tail kicked. But it's just not overwhelming forces. And after thinking about it, I believe it's because Greece is also at war with Turkey, as you can see here. And Turkey is a much larger threat than Macedonia. So I suppose my opinion is that the majority of their forces is over here with Turkey. Now Serbia, as you can see, is at war with Bosnia and Poland. They, for a while, were very busy with Bosnia. I guess Bosnia may have ran out of units, and or let's see if I can get a line of sight treaty with them. No, they're not going to let me, and I don't have really enough money to bribe them with. But at any rate, excuse me, that was posted by Earl Princeton on YouTube, and that's my answer. I believe that Greece is just real busy with Turkey. As you notice, or well, you may or may not know that Turkey has a barracks out here on this island, and unfortunately, they have a lot of units here generally, and there's no way that I'm going to just go out and say that the AI is not smart enough to move the units off the island. I know we can't see this, but I've played enough of these games to know at this point, as of July 28, 2015, I got over 3,000 hours playing Supreme Ruler 2020. So, excuse me again. I do know that there will be units massed on this island. Much like Korea has a crap load of units on this island that they can never do anything with because they will never move them off that island. There's some things like that that are just, here, every game, I did not do it for this game, but it used to be when I was doing AARs all the time, every day. When I started a new game, the very first thing I did every time I logged in was I would log in as Greece. I would log in as Brazil and build a bridge here. This prevents any forces from going north of this river for Brazil, and it prevents any hostile forces from going south of the river. So I'd always log in and build a bridge right there, save the game, and then log back in as the country I was going to play as. Because in reality, BG has stated that, I believe, now we're going back 5-6 years maybe, but their theory is that they did not put a bridge there because there's a ferry and units, things can cross. But obviously in the game, there's no such thing as a ferry. So units just cannot cross there. And to me, it's kind of game breaking to Brazil if they've got 99% of their forces in the south and Venezuela comes pushing in from the north. There's absolutely nothing they can do about it. And as you know, the AI will never build a bridge ever, period. So at any rate, all that being said, it is about 15 minutes after the last video finished, only because I started recording. I mean 15 minutes in game time. As you can see, the clock says 6 a.m. But I started recording and had my mic turned off for about the first 30 seconds. So I had to stop that video and restart this one with the mic turned on. So here we go. I'm going to attempt to last a little while longer and see what's going on. Now, as I said, I think that I just do not have, actually I know I don't have manpower to take on Greece openly. And it seems that every time I move a unit and it impacts their area of responsibility, that it just forces them to respond. And I don't fare well every time they respond. If I can sneak a unit down here and maybe repair it. Oh, I didn't want both of them to go. Doggone it. Well, let's see what happens. Still, it says 3 days before that's repaired. See, even my barracks is under repair. I just don't think. I think I'm going to have to start prioritizing here. And I'm going to pause that because I'd rather the barracks be repaired first. Because basically without a barracks, the game is over. You know, I can theoretically survive without ore, but without a barracks, it's just game over. And I cannot. I wonder if Bulgaria likes me enough to let me have a line of sight treaty. Nope. Everybody hates me for whatever reason. Remember, I am the defender here. I am not the aggressor. But to be fair, that's only because I don't have the forces to be the aggressor yet. If I last long enough, I will. Now, I notice that I'm making money. And that is not a bad thing. I'm trading the heck out of consumer goods. Of course, I fear my people hate me greatly. Well, that's actually going up some also. Because I'm not losing battles at the moment. I think I mentioned in the last video that your population likes it when you win and dislikes it when you lose. So since there is no active combat at the moment, maybe they're not feeling so down about their country and themselves and their military. Hey, it looks like that barracks repaired. Almost, not quite. 77%. But I do believe the repaired enough for those units to go in to repair. Let's see, 77% stayed the same. So I'm really short on what we know military goods. I don't have any. And industry goods are nil also. My demand is 4,500 and I can produce 134. Again, making money like hand over fist at the moment. That's a good thing. I believe I ended the last video I had 3 million if memory serves. I guess I could check, but I think I ended it with 3 million. And you can now see I'm up to 7, more than double. And it's just because they're allowing me to sit still and not attacking. And I do believe, all right, see, we see some movement here. So Turkey and Greece are actively fighting. Yeah. The village of Kisan has been captured by Greece. So you can see Greece and Turkey are actually fighting. And I don't even know where Kisan is. Right there. Now Turkey's pushing back. So that's my... Turkey is the greater threat, and that's where the majority of Greece's forces are. Actually, I would like to see Turkey just press in, even though they hate me, and I know Turkey is probably going to be a bigger threat. Sorry, every now and then you'll hear a great pause. It's because I turn off the mic because I had to cough. But Turkey will be a greater threat, but I would like to see these two bash each other for a while, because it can do nothing but help me. Now Serbia, I don't think there's any active combat going on here, but I could be wrong. Of course, I can't tell, and they won't let me have a line of sight. Still red. And I don't even get the option to bribe them. But let these guys duke it out. let my units repair. How many units am I? I've got basically as mechanized infantry. I've got 3 units only. Then I've got those 2 anti-tank units here. So little Macedonia is hanging on with just 3 mechanized infantry units. There's no way I can build any more. Well, I shouldn't say that. What I do know is, now that I'm getting some money, I actually may be able to buy some military goods. Industry goods are just wow. Even that has dropped. Earlier, if you remember, it was 4,500 was my demand. Now it's only 3,700. That barracks has not. All right. It certainly looks like that barracks is stuck on 77%. Let's tentatively see if I can get this industrial complex completed. All right, both units are back. I really don't want to poke the Greece right now. I mean, let's face it, I've got 2 units. Ooh, I can now deploy the 3rd one also, which leaves me what as manpower? 1,650. Oh no, look at that. Serbia's on the move again. Jeez, just when I had that. Alright, well, I'm going to go try to... You know, it's a never-ending series of frustrations generally when you're playing a small nation surrounded by enemies. I will admit that there is playing any country surrounded by water, for example the US or really any of these Caribbean nations, you pretty much, Madagascar, you pretty much don't have to worry about anything. Australia is another great one, New Zealand, because no one is going to, Japan, no one's going to invade you successfully over sea, over the ocean, not an amphibious assault. But when you're just stuck, come on Turkey, keep these guys busy. I'm going to try something here. It's probably going to be the end of my... Let's see what happens. If I can reclaim this territory, that will give me a little more population. And it looks like industrial complex repaired, but there's those engineers. The bane of my existence when playing every smaller country. Look at Greece, sending in their air force. I forgot I had these on there. We need to capture that territory. Now we can put them back on stealth and make sure they entrench. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. This, as far as I'm concerned, this will be a little win if I can keep this territory. You know, when you're playing as a country this small, it's the little things. See, I'm running out of money now that I'm back in active combat. I've already lost 2 million. Turn these back on stealth. Get him back over here and entrenched. Well, at least Greece is holding off. There's really nothing I can do against Serbia at the moment. It's those doggone... It really is. The problem is artillery. I don't have any. And it's really... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Wear him down, wear him down. Alright, let's see. I know I'm being dumb here, but this artillery is bugging the heck out of me. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Oh. I've almost lost that light infantry. Let's get these guys dug in. Try to repair the light infantry. But essentially, this is the way the game's going to be. I'm going to run over here and grab this real quick. Well, maybe not. Oh, they just deployed. I have no answer. Come on, tank. Alright, this tank's got to go. Come on. Yes! Let's get this surface stick. Come on, come on. No, 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 no. Get out of there. Let me have this. Oh, who just declared war on... Oh, are you kidding me? Croatia? Yep. I tell you what, I started this game, honestly, with an intent to try to recreate the Macedonian Empire. But I have to tell you, at this point, January 4th, 2021, after surviving 1 year, I'm just happy to stay alive every day. This is way, way more difficult than I anticipated. And it could be, it's just the quality of the forces that I have to work with and the number of the forces. Obviously, if left to my own devices and given some leeway, there's things I can do that I'm just not able to do. I cannot even capture. Make sure these are not on. Nope, they're not. And why can't I capture that? Alright, let's get that garrison out of the way real quick. Remember, they are hurting. You got to assume they are... Manpower is also an issue for them. Their population, 7.6 million. My population, 2 million.
We need reinforcements.
Now what? Oh, no. Well, well, well. When it rains, it pours. Good old Croatia just decided to say screw it. And Kosovo helped them and let them come through. Come on. And of course they sent in their Air Force, which I have absolutely zero. I have no anti-aircraft units. I have no aircraft of my own. This is not going to end well. Look at all these units. Alright. I'm just going to weather the storm. Oh, I really hate those. I hate artillery. I really do. When it's used against me, obviously. When I have it, I like it. This is not going to end well. That BVP is more than a match for my little light infantry. The hope that he'll wear himself out and then I can go get those. Alright, move up a little, move up a little, come on. Oh, that's it, destroy him. Oh, that's another one, I like that. Oh, I do like that. Now let's see what we can do about this RD unit. Yes! Well, you know, that turned out a little better than I expected, honestly. Let's see if I can... Alright. That is, again, when you're playing a smaller country like this, I consider that a win. Just something that small right there. I was able to withstand their initial rush. Oh my God. Everything is... Look at that. Try to repair these units one at a time. Swap them out. Pulling guard duty here. Looks like still active combat. Yeah. Greece is pushing into Turkey now. I really, really like to see Greece use up all their units. I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting here thinking just the possibilities if I could grab large portions of Greece and just get access to the water. Because really, I can't do anything when I'm landlocked like this, because any of my neighbors that I become aggressive with is just going to tick off all the rest of them. And you can see I'm just literally surrounded by people who can take me out. But if I could get access to the water, there are things that I could do, take little island nations, anything to spread out. I wouldn't be opposed at this point. As I said originally, I just wanted to recreate the Macedonian Empire. But at this point, I would really like to have access to the water. I'd like to have a lot of things, but I'd like to have, heck, I'd settle for 3 more units, ground units, 1 airplane, 1 competent airplane even. Of course, I don't even have land fabs for aircraft. Oh man, come on. That's still mine. Alright. Can I... I've got to come up with a way to take out these Orcans. But that one city is hanging in there. And I like that. But see, every time these already land on my facilities or cities, they're killing my manpower. Come on, take out that engineer. Oh my goodness, I would have loved to have killed it. Oh, you know what? It doesn't look like Greece is going to come through here anymore. We move one of these units up. I'm really leery of antagonizing Greece too much at this stage, obviously. What? What? How is that possible? Okay, hang on. Let me just maybe I can damage them a little bit. No, look at all of the... Okay, come over here. They're just really they're killing me basically. And my units, I'm not going to lie either about that. My units are crap. They're just absolutely crap. You can see just 1 or 2 barrages of artillery and they're toast. If I could capture that town and barracks and then link up with this city over here, that would be grand. I don't see that happening. If I can get all this stuff repaired, which it is, with the exception of the city itself, which is taking a load of money, I imagine. Bonds are killing me also. I wonder if I can... 453 million. I've got 10 million in the bank. That's terrible. Construction, it says, is less than 1 million, but that's 1/10 of my entire treasury if you think about it. So at any rate, here's my thought process. Once everything gets repaired, and I'm making a little money, I'm going to see... Boy, this military complex is not repairing at all, is it? 49%. Let's try it. What I'd like to do is get everything repaired, get this military complex repaired, and then activate the land fab. And perhaps try to get a unit produced. Yeah, this is not... See, it's still at 49%. It's not going up at all. Let me pause. Nope. Pause the mine itself and leave the central hub. Oh no. Don't be like that. Yes! Yes! I'm telling you, that was great. I killed one of those Orkans. Now if I can get this other one, I will be just so ecstatic. Come on. You know, I've got to move at the same speed, but I don't like that. So let me just move them faster. Come on, get him. Yes! I'm sorry. It probably appears I'm overly excited, but to me that is huge. Killed both of them. Alright, now I'm going to leave the AT there. Well, you know, I'd like to kill him too. I think he's toast. Yes! It's the little things. Again, when you're playing a small country, it's the little things. A little win here, a little win there. Does a heck of a lot for morale, if nothing else. My morale. I don't care about the in-game morale. Alright, now I'm going to move these units away. Of course, they just move in a new Orkan. Now, let's get him to entrench. Leave him on stealth mode. Come on, industrial complex. Is it correcting or let's see, 67%. Oh, those artillery units are just ruining my day. I'm actually just going to pull. It doesn't look like Greece is interested in me right now. I think Turkey's got their attention. Go ahead and pull this other AT unit. "5 days," it says. 68%. I don't think it's progressing at all. We'll see at the top of the next hour. This is stuck at 49 and it just doesn't appear to be changing at all either. Alright, 68%. 74. Okay, that is correcting itself or repairing itself. Might as well try to repair my ground unit. Now let's take a look at Croatia. Wow, I've got a little bit of breathing room here. They are at war with nobody but me. And they have twice my population. So I'm arrayed against... See, they had 7 a little while ago. Now they've got 8. So 8, 12... Oh, and well, basically 23, 24 million people pooled together versus my 2 million. So it's 10 to 1 odds. And then when you throw in the units, it's probably more like 15 to 1. Come on, Turkey. If you can take that village and barracks, that would be grand. Of course, I then feel like you would turn your forces loose on me. I'm a little concerned about this. I don't know why it's not repairing, and it does concern me. And if I can get this central hub, this industrial complex repaired, I'm going to put in some garrisons. I can afford maybe 548. I can afford 2 garrisons to put in there. And I'm so glad, even though this is considered the not the front line, that I did not reduce these garrison units, because you saw Croatia just come directly for my capital. Well, at any rate, I'm 6 million. I want this to be repaired. Alright, it should repair in 1 more day, and then I'll end the video. Because this can be extremely boring to watch, I suppose, but it's exciting to sit here and know that at any moment you can basically be wiped out. Okay, now I'm going to put 2 garrisons in there. Now the garrisons plus the AT unit should hold on for a while. Any of these need repair? Nope, they're fully repaired. Once again, I'm sitting here with 3, well, a total of 4 ground units, 2 being leg infantry and 3 being mechanized infantry. But there we have it. I tried to get the line of sight, could not do it to see what was going on with these other countries, but it's not that they're necessarily being passive. To our standpoint they are, but we just cannot see what's really going on behind the fog of war, if you will. As you can see, every now and then you can see borders changing. It looks like, I wonder if, no, okay, it's not. But Turkey, I think eventually we get the upper hand, depending on how bad Iran and Russia are really taking up their attention also. But at any rate, this is where we stand as of February 5th, 2020.